Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're taking a look at from Transformers 1. This is Bumblebee B-127. I picked this figure up when I was back home in the States and really can't wait to review this guy. He's a little bit hard to find, but I did happen to find him and Sentinel Prime, so very happy about that. But anyways, let's take a quick look at the packaging. There you see B-127 in the packaging there, Transformers down the side. It did get a little beat up in transit, but not to worry. A very cool shot of his alt mode there, very futuristic looking. Transformers 1, Hasbro, Bumblebee B-127. On the side, you see they're called Prime Changers, basically the deluxe class for this series. A very cool picture of B and the Autobot logo there. On the top, you get the group photo of Transformers 1 with the sort of hook thing in the way. And then on the bottom, you have your product info. On the side, again, Transformers 1, you get the group shot there. Very cool. And on the back is where we see our product image of Bumblebee B-27. He converts in 15 steps to his very cool looking futuristic car mode. And the front part of the robot mode can be removed to show the transformation cog. So, yeah, very cool. Without further ado, let's bust this guy open, see what B-127 is all about. Okay, here we have Prime Changer Bumblebee B-127 from Transformers 1 out of the box. Before we get into his details, let's take a quick look at the two accessories he does come with. First of all is the sort of blade that could be put on his arm, done in a sort of metallic blue with the yellow plastic. It's kind of a regurgitation of the Bumblebee movie figures that we saw, so nothing really new there. The second one, again, from the Bumblebee movies, this is his arm cannon, which actually, kind of looks like all the rest. Just done in a sort of gunmetal gray with the plastic. Now, I will say one thing. This plastic feels a little bit... It's not bad, but I could see this breaking very easily. So, anyways, there are two ways you can attach the accessories. First one is the cannon. There is a post right there that he can just hold that'll go just in his fist like that. So you can have the cannon on the left arm. And then there are two little... there's a post right there, and there are two slots on the underside, so you can actually just slot that in, so you can have just the blade on one hand like that. And this is, if you notice, this is at a kind of a weird angle. I'll show you how it works with the combined mode in a minute, but that is one configuration, so you can have the blade on one hand and the cannon on the other. And then to get the combined mode, you can just take these off, and then, I do worry about this kind of breaking that especially that piece right there. But anyways, the combined mode is you have the two pegs right here, which will go into the two slots underneath like that, and they will peg in. And then once they're pegged in, easier said than done. I mean, I don't know. It's something about that angle. I'm not sure why they chose to do that angle there. Anyways, there it is. So once you get it on, it does seem like it's kind of straight, even though this part is at an angle. Again, it's kind of weird, but I guess just to make it fit or something. And then you can just have him holding that in either hand. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not either hand. It only works on his his left arm. So again, that is the combined mode. So you can have two different configurations, the combined mode or just one in each. So anyways, that is the accessory portion. And then I guess one more accessory or gimmick, if you want to call it. Again, be really careful with this thing. I just feel like it's gonna break every time I take it out of his fist. Not the greatest feeling plastic on this figure for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's just me or other people who have this figure feel like that, but I really feel like I can't even, I'm just trying to be really super careful here. I don't want that thing to snap, and it's a very tight fit. So anyways, the other sort of gimmick, not sure it's an accessory, but the front of his chest does come off to reveal the transformation cog. So if you just take this part up, yeah, and it pops right off as you saw. And then that does reveal the transformation cog in the middle, which is very cool. And this is just it doesn't fold up or anything. It's just a separate piece. There are two slots right there that'll tab into these posts right there. So you can have that look if you want them just like with the transformation cog, or if you want to just cover it up, it does just fit right back on. So anyways, that is about it for details, gimmicks, and accessories. So let's get into the figure details. All right, getting into Bumblebee's details here, I really do like the overall design of this figure. It does have sort of slight Bumblebee the movie vibes to it, but it's definitely its own figure. So definitely stylized and really looks like, it jumped out from the movie. So that also the studio series Bumblebee from Transformers 1 looks absolutely amazing as well. But anyways, yeah, enough babbling here. Let's get in on the head sculpt here. A very cool sort of kind of a serious look here from Transformers 1 B-127. You get some nice silver paint for the face, blue eyes. You get some nice detail on the noggin there, on the helmet there. Really like that little black detail there. Going down the figure, you get the red Autobot logo against the black. I really like how that pops. I just love the sort of organic feel of this figure. You got a lot of curves and things. You got some nice blue detail there. You got a nice grill piece there. Gunmetal gray all over the place, but it really does break up all that yellow very nicely. You get some nice detail in through here, the forearms. You get some nice paint work there. And some waist, you got, again, just more of that gunmetal gray all over the place. And it does break up that yellow very nicely. Going down the legs here, you get some nice detail on the side. And the feet, you have a little bit of silver detail. Now, I will get to the elephant in the room in a second. That's how he looks from the back. He really doesn't have any backpack, hardly at all. So a very nice, compact figure. Now, hollow bits on this figure. Okay, the arms, back of the arms, okay, whatever. Back here, okay, whatever. You do see the mushroom joint right there, but look at this. I mean, I understand part of this is for transformation, but good Lord, you could hide some snacks in there, I think. Yeah, it's just like the hollow bits on the inside of his legs. From the front, it doesn't look that bad, but if you're gonna pose him and stuff, we'll get into articulation later. But man, look at those gaps. Those are just huge. And I do understand they are for transformation for this leg to kind of go down and stuff. But hopefully in the future, third party will make some gap covers for that. But overall, I think it's a really nice design. So anyways, that is the sort of details of the robot mode. Let's get into articulation. Okay, articulation for B-127 is as follows. Let's take a look at the head. Now the head is on a sort of mushroom joint, but it does have some rotation. You can go sort of up and down. Little bit of tiltage there, and it can go all the way around like so. So yeah, you get some nice expression on the head. It's actually more expressive than I thought it would be. And then a lot of just ball joints here. Ball joints for the shoulders there. They do go out that far. There is a swivel at the elbow. There's nothing at the bicep. There's a swivel at the elbow as I knock my tripod here. And then a 90-degree at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately. So he does have some nice arm articulation. He does have a very nice waist swivel there. He can do almost, just about the full splits there. These are all just ball joints here on the bottom. He can pretty much do the full splits, like so. And then he can kick back this much. He can kick, wow, he really does have some high kicks. Wow, look at that. The ball joint falls right off. Now these ball joints do tend to fall off. Nothing a little nail polish can't fix. But yeah, he does have a pretty high kick. He does have about a 90-degree at the knee. And then you have some articulation at the foot, mainly because of transformation. Unfortunately, there is no ankle pivot on this guy, which is really, really unfortunate. So that is about it for articulation. Just getting him back in the neutral pose. Boop. Comparison time. Here he is with the Deluxe Class Transformers 1 Optimus Prime figure. And Bumblebee just looks so much bigger than Prime. I don't think these really scale that well together. Here he is with the Deluxe Class Alpha Trion. And these two definitely scale a lot better than Bumblebee did with Prime. And here is B-127 with the Robot Battler Elita 1. So yeah, she's a very tiny figure, but I think the Alpha Triumph figure actually scales the best with these Prime Changers figures. Anyways, let's get right down to transformation. Okay, let's get B-127 transformed into his alt mode. This transformation is actually very fun and very satisfying. First thing you want to do is go to the head, turn the head 180 so the back is facing the front. Then you want to come back here and you want to take the head and put your thumb right there in the head, and you're going to fold that back like that. And then the head will nicely fold into that cavity like so. And then you're going to close that and you will hear a nice click like that. Next thing you want to do is take the chest piece and just hinge it up. There is a hinge right there. And you'll notice 2 tabs and 2 slots right there. And this will come up and meet to form the front of the car. That'll just sort of soft tab into place. Next thing you want to do is come down here to the lower arms. You're going to rotate the arms around so the hollow part is facing forward. Same thing on the other side. Hollow part facing forward. Now at this point you do want to swivel the waist to get some space to work with. Otherwise, if you don't, you're going to have an awful time trying to get these hands to fit in this cavity right here. So anyways, speaking of the arms, there are these butterfly joints right here. So you want to angle this arm back and then use that butterfly joint to put in the arms. And then this part there's a nice big tab right there, and that will just lock into place like so. Same thing on the other side, angle this back, use that butterfly joint to put the arms in, and then there is a nice meaty tab right there, and you're going to tab that in just like so. So now you have the arms facing like this, and there is a tab and slot connection on the top of the arms, and they will just snap into place like that. If you don't do it in these steps, you're gonna have an awful time. If you forget to swivel the waist around like I did once, the ball joints just kind of pop off because you don't have the clearance. So you want to make sure that waist is swiveled. Next thing we want to do is we'll just fold up the feet like this. So fold these up like so. So you have something that looks like this. Now we're going to go down to the legs. Now we have these big hollow parts here. And again, like I said, it's because of transformation. You want to angle these out like that. And then you're going to that's going to fill in that gap right there. And if you look on the side, there is a circular cutout and there's also a tab slot connection there. And if you look right there, there's a tiny little round post or round peg that's going to slide into that. So basically you want to just line this up and make sure that round part, once you have the round part in like that, everything else should just sort of fall into place like that. So same thing on the other side, kind of break his leg, angle that out, break his leg, fold that up, and again, find that little round tab. That'll be sort of your guide. I think that's sort of a good way to put it there. Find that round tab. Once that round tab is in, you should be able to tab that in like so. Just making sure that's all the way in. Sometimes it can be a little tricky because it is really hard to see there. So it does come down a little bit like that, and that will line up like so. So that, at this point, you can then go back here and peg the legs together. And things might come untabbed a little bit, but you can just kind of, give it the old transformer squeeze like we always do. And so far, so good. Next thing you want to do is take this piece and just angle it up like this, kind of at a 90 degree angle like that. This way. It will fold up this way, like so. Look, that way, 90 degrees. So fold it up. Again, this was tabbed into place, the backpack. So you want to take that out, fold it up so it's at a 90 degree angle like that. And then you will see two big tabs and two nice little slots there. And then if you fold this down, everything should just peg together. And again, if things come undone, you just give it the old transformer squeeze, and there we have Bumblebee B-127 in his very cool looking alt mode. So I did miss one step, the final step, or I think it should have been right in the middle there. There's this little panel here that will just fold up right here. If you don't have this down, it won't sit. It kind of sits up at an angle like that, so I totally missed that. Anyways, this little panel here just folds down and is very flush. So now it sits flush. So anyways, yeah, let's get into the vehicle mode details of B-127. All right, let's take a look at B-127's alt mode here. This alt mode is crazy. I really love it. Just love how sleek and futuristic it looks. Love the wheel covers here. Now the wheels are pinned on, and he rolls ever so nicely. Just really, really sweet. I just love Transformers that roll really well. The whole transformation is very fun. Everything is very hidden very well. You don't see too much robot kibble, just the arms under there. But I mean, everything is just tucked away very nicely. And this thing is very cool. So there it is from the front. Again, we saw some of this detail in robot mode, but you got the Autobot logo there. A lot of black, breaking up the yellow. You do have the two little sort of boosters on the back there. I just love how the feet kind of flip up and form these two sort of fins back there. You got some red paint for the taillights. Just an amazing, amazing alt mode here. You get some nice gunmetal gray detail on the side. And you get the blue lights for the front and the grille there done in that same gunmetal gray. But yeah, overall, a very, very cool alt mode. Now, there is weapon storage. You can take the combined mode, and you can basically take it, and there are two slots on top, and this will sort of just peg in like so. So if you want weapon storage, you can have weapon storage. But yeah, that is about it for the alt mode. Let's do some vehicle mode comparisons. Okay, here is B-127 with the Deluxe Class Optimus Prime from Transformers 1. Again, these things don't scale the best. Obviously, Bumblebee is a lot bigger. I mean, actually huge compared to Optimus Prime. So again, we saw that in robot mode too. I don't think they really scale that well in either mode, but it's just a quick comparison. As this thing falls down, this thing is going to be the bane of my existence. Anyways, just a quick alt mode comparison between B and Prime. So yeah, let's get this guy transformed back and we'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so my final thoughts for Transformers 1 Prime Changer Bumblebee B-127. I really do like this figure. I can excuse the hollow parts on the legs. I know it's partly because of transformation, but hopefully some third-party company will make some parts to fill the gaps in. And I do wish there was an ankle tilt. The lack of ankle tilt it's just too bad on a figure like this. I think if it had ankle tilt, it would be that much more posable. But the figure is actually pretty posable anyways. But yeah, I just wish there was an ankle tilt and the hollow parts. Otherwise, a very solid figure. Really nice detail. Love the head sculpt. The transformation super fun. The alt mode is awesome. And I'm just really, really looking forward to seeing Transformers 1. It comes out here in Japan on September 20th, so about 13 more days. And yes, I am counting down. Anyways, yeah, this has been the video review for Prime Changer Bumblebee B-127 from Transformers 1. This has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more great content. As always, from Transformers 1, till all are one. I see you there, watching my videos, little snippets here and there. Why don't you do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button. Aight, peace.